Mombie breaking through the screen, chasing dreams in a technicolor scene. Warp drive set, let's explore the stars. Sci-fi Mombie, no matter where you are.
And now, sci-fi mamacita.
I say, what's up, party people? Welcome to Wednesday in the Galactic Café.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's Hump Day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump Day!
Get happy.
Yeah!
Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I am April, the Sci-Fi Mombie. Welcome to the Galactic Café. We do this Monday through Friday, except for Thursday and Friday of this week. But normally we do it Monday to Friday, beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. So, what's up? Happy Hump Day. We're on the downhill slide of the week, which is always good. I unfortunately, today's my Friday, but I got to go do test. Oh, well. And my surgery's been delayed. So, yay, you get me one more week. All right. Let's go through the chat. Say hello to everybody. Hello, Stony Girl. How are you? Here's my friend. She's so awesome. She writes great songs, so go check out her content. She does a good job. So don't forget to smash those hearts, smash that like button, share out the stream, please, and thank you. Leave comments. Don't just sit there and be quiet. Don't be a lurker like we call them on Babylon 5. Talk to us. That's the fun part. Yay, she's good. Yay. So, all righty. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Hello, Stephen and Jim Mead. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. If you guys are doing great today over on TikTok. All right, let's get some housekeeping out of the way, shall we? Here at Sci-Fi Mombie and Sci-Fi Mombie Studios, we will never, ever personally DM you for donations. You don't even have to donate, but it's greatly appreciated. So there are 5 legitimate ways you can donate to Sci-Fi Mombie. Buy us a cup of coffee at Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/sci-fi mombie. You can also go to our content creator platform on throne.com/sci-fi mombie. We put, I think I've got mostly giveaway stuff up there now. You crowdsource, and I think I've got a camera or maybe a new soundboard, but you buy it outright or crowdsource with your friends. We never ever receive your personal information. That's what I love about Throne. Yay, she's listening. We also have Patreon memberships. They're $3 a month. Go to patreon.com/user _lowercase u =849725353. We also have TikTok fan club. Go to the live. Go up to my name. Maybe press the heart. It's that simple. That's simple. Or we also have a Venmo account. Search us at @SCIFIMOMBIE or scan all the QR codes on the other platform. Sorry, TikTok, I can't show it. Hello, JB1986, Artemis, and OE Hamburger. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. Hope you are all doing great today. Tip tap those hearts, will ya? And I also have 10 You're Awesomes. If you would help me with that first live goal of the day, that would be awesome. I'd also love comments. Comments are cool. So, all righty. And of course, we are all over social media. I'm sorry if I am dragging today. So I found out yesterday, I'm getting so excited to get this surgery done. Hey, Penny, what's up? Hump Day. Ready to just going through the drug list. And the nurse goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, but we're going to have to delay your surgery. I'm like, oh, what? She's like, well, you're on a drug that interacts very negatively with anesthetic and you could die. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I want to live. So yeah, we'll delay that 10 days. We'll do that. So the drug I use for weight loss to help with my appetite, and it gives me a little boost of energy every time I take it. And so I'm dragging, even on caffeine, I'm dragging. So I know, right? We could have showed up the day they started giving me anesthetic and my blood pressure bottoms out. And they're like, why? Why is that happening? Yeah, I know. It's about time they told me. But my doctor didn't tell me, Stony Girl. That's the funny part about it. So sorry if I'm dragging. Hope I don't yawn a lot because that's my nervous tick. So, all right. All right, hold on. I got to do something over on TikTok. Hold, please. All right. All right. Trying to get people to come over to the... Hello, Dayshan. Welcome to the Galactic Café. We're doing great today. Tip tap those hearts over there on TikTok. Well, it's good. I know. I mean, I'm surprised my doctor didn't tell me. He just acted like nothing was wrong. So that was the weird part. But anyways, and we are all over social media. We stream daily on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, and TikTok. We also have Patreon, Mastodon, Substack. Okay, so the Substack thing, I'll explain here in a second. But Blue Sky, Threads, Discord, Lemon8, IMDb Pro, Pinterest, Reddit, Counter Social, Snapchat, and WhatsApp. Okay, so the Substack thing. Hey, Lady Mist, what's up? Hello, our agoraphobic AF. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. We're doing great today. I can be monetized on Substack. The only problem is when I want to do lives over on Substack through StreamYards, I have to buy the bigger platform package. And that's expensive. I mean, I'm paying close to $100 a month right now for just StreamYards. Would it be nice to stream to 50 bajillion places at one time? Yeah. Okay, great. But you know, right now it's just not a possibility. But I'll go ahead and post stuff out there. You can go read some of my rants. Here I go. You know, if I can't rant on here because I get shut down on TikTok or whatever, you know, I could at least rant over there. Nobody gives a crap, right? So, and of course, we have our own website at sci-fi-mombie.com. And if you have questions, concerns, comments, topic suggestions, constructive criticism, book suggestions, whatever, just be nice. Email us at questions@sci-fi-mombie.com. So, all right, housekeeping out of the way. Yay. All right, what you up to today, Lady Mist? Doing all right? Let me share my screen. Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. Dang it, Jim. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a pullman. Okay. Well. We'll start out with the birthday girl today. Happy 80th birthday, Cher. That woman doesn't look 80. What is she on? It's like William Shatner. They never age. She looks freaking fantastic. I hope when I'm 80, I look that good. But happy birthday, Cher. You're amazing. We love you. Maybe it's because she dates younger men. I don't know. That's just weird to me. Anyways, that's her preference. But she's got a really nice boyfriend now, so she's a very happy lady. But anyways, happy birthday, Cher. Don't party too hardy. All right. According to KY3, on this date in 1983, the Police's single Every Breath You Take was released. It would become the Billboard Song of the Year. So, in the chat, what's your favorite 80s musician or band? And I want to talk about something too. Is it not weird that it seems like all 80s music was like about stalking? It just seems like it, right? Right? So I don't know. Oh my God, what does he want now? I love these people. I have a friend that just, instead of saying, hi, April, how you doing? He goes, April. I'm like, what? So, okay. So anyways, tell me what you think of the chat. What was your favorite 80s band or 80s song? Musician? Let me know. Director, filmmaker Ken Burns spoke out at a graduation ceremony where he did the commencement speech. You're going to love it.
Choice this November. There is only the perpetuation, however flawed and feeble you might perceive it, of our fragile 249-year-old experiment, or the entropy that will engulf and destroy us if we take the other route. When, as Mercy Otis Warren would say, the checks of conscience are thrown aside and a deformed picture of the soul is revealed. The presumptive Republican nominee is the opioid of all opioids, an easy cure for what some believe is the solution to our myriad pains and problems, when in fact, with him, you end up re-enslaved with an even bigger problem, a worse affliction.
Hello, couponing. Welcome to the Galactic Café. We're doing great today.
James Baldwin would say, the author and finisher of our national existence, our national suicide, as Mr. Lincoln prophesied.
Hello, Shakti. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. We're doing great today.
There is nothing equal about this equation. We are at an existential crossroads in our political and civic lives. This is a choice that could not be clearer.
Yep. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Ken Burns is like one of the most straightforward people I know. And if he's telling you that, it's true. As I mentioned yesterday, South Park season 29 will begin on September 16th on Comedy Central. So watch for that. Going to be interesting. Let's see. Oh, pardon me. Woo. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're getting a Rick and Morty movie. It's in early development right now with Warner Brothers. Looks like it's going to be a good time. This is from Deadline. Dan Harmon, who co-created the Adult Swim show with Justin Roiland, has alluded to plans for a super badass feature-length episode for a number of years. Well, now it's going to become that super special movie for Rick and Morty. You know what I'm getting tired of? No Family Guy movie. Can I have a Family Guy movie, please? No, I really don't want one, but I'm just saying. Oh, God. I'm an idiot. Okay, moving on. Kevin Hart's former staff members are all fighting his restraining order. Hello, Sherbert Mom. Welcome to Galactic Cafe. We're doing great today. Kevin Hart's company and his two former employees are in the middle of a nasty court battle over alleged company secrets, and he forced them to sign an NDA, and he's issued restraining orders against them. TMZ is reporting that out. Well, I mean, what's the dealio? Hello, Feral Goblin. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. I like those pronouns. Awesome pronouns. I mean, what I want to know what the details are that they want to share. That's what I want to know. Hey, hope you're doing great today, Feral Goblin. Billie Jean King delivered the commencement address at Cal State, Los Angeles, after receiving her Bachelor's of Art in History degree 65 years after dropping out to pursue her legendary tennis career. I love it when people who say they're Christians go out there, and these people who have major beautiful things happen for them, even though they are the LGBTQIA+, they have to go out there and run it. So I don't understand why they have to do these things. It's just ridiculous. But congratulations, Billie Jean King. You are amazing. Congrats. Oh, what else did I bookmark? Stephen Colbert found out the Late Show was ending like this. We're just doing some general pop culture news at the moment. Hello, Ray. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. Are you doing great today?
So I took the sock off and I sat up. I said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna wait. You said that one more time. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending the Late Show in May. It's getting much realer.
Over 30 years. 30 years.
Like being in the insult, having a problem.
Oh my God. I showed last week where David Letterman came back and they were throwing crap off the roof of the insult building. It was glorious.
Every day. But at the same time, you can't really dwell on that ending because you don't have time for it. And anymore, you can think about walking and still walk, or swallowing and not.
He's got a great outlook on this. Stephen Colbert has a great outlook on this. I would be pissed off to high heaven. Yeah, I heard about this. They still will be doing the pod. Yes, I know. And their wives are joining in. I think that's going to be glorious. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could tell he was hurt, but he's taking it in stride. I mean, I don't know who could graciously, after the president attacks you, right, take it in stride like he did. You're absolutely right, Feral Goblin. Yeah. Stephen Colbert is class act all the way. Jon Favreau was on CBS this morning, giving a tour of his little museum.
The Anzellan ship with one of our stars is standing there.
Grogu.
Yep, that's Grogu. Baby Yoda to some.
Baby Yoda. No, Grogu. His name is Grogu. No, for real, absolutely a class act gentleman. He is, and he's been that way his whole career. Yes, he's funny and he's ornery and he, but he really has been one amazing person all the way.
As director Jon Favreau showed us, that's by design.
There's an analog, handmade feel to a lot of the characters and a lot of the costumes and a lot of puppets from Star Wars.
That's because they're technically Muppets.
Of course.
If you want to see the rest of this interview, go to cbs.com/CBS Sunday Morning. Looks really good. Friday or Thursday at midnight, however you want to look at it. So Brendan Fraser is leading a stacked cast in D-Day war epic called Pressure, according to Film Enthusiast. Based on a true story in the 72 hours leading up to D-Day and the fate of the world hanging in the balance, the film follows General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Brendan Fraser, and Group Captain James Stogg, Andrew Scott, as they face an impossible choice: launch history's largest and most dangerous seaborne invasion or risk losing the war. Pressure, only in theaters May 29th. Yes, it does have a great cast. Brendan Fraser, Andrew Scott, Damian Lewis, Carrie Condon, and Chris Messina. Sounds good to me. I'll take it. So watch for that. He looks like Dwight D. Eisenhower too. It's very fascinating. Oh, let's see here. This is pretty fascinating. So this is astronaut.
Hi, I'm
Tim Peake.
And here are 3 interesting sounds from space. Space is silent, but the space station definitely isn't. There's a constant hum from the fans and the life support system.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted to happen.
Space is silent.
So space is silent. Hello, N3RO. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Tim Peake, and here are 3 interesting sounds from space. Space is silent, but the space station definitely isn't. There's a constant hum from the fans and the life support systems. In microgravity,
That's interesting that the tailpiece of a
you hear gentle bumps.
violin can make that sound as the space station. That's fascinating.
Space station, and 2 astronauts are outside on a spaceport banging against
TikTok, I'm here. I don't understand why you think there's no sound. Interesting.
one of the most
So very stagnant. Like if you hear something in space, it's like very stagnant. It doesn't reverberate.
emotionally, it's overwhelming.
Okay, so this is a really tricky one. And the only thing I've I think I've done in my lifetime that comes close to that is climbing mountains. And I know the feeling on a clear summit morning of looking out at the world.
Nice.
And when I think about that, the soundtrack I have going on in my head is a symphony orchestra. You need the breadth of color, the range of dynamics,
definitely.
You know, this sense of a huge team.
So Tim Peake, astronaut, was working with the London Symphony Orchestra for this. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. And just interesting.
Experience the planets live with the London Symphony Orchestra in Trafalgar Square.
Beautiful. I thought you guys might like that. So, oh boy, if you like Grey's Anatomy, get ready. Shonda Rhimes is bringing you a spinoff. Hello, Bill Nye and Coin Dropper Tim. Welcome to the Galactic Café. We're doing great today. Oh yes, ABC has ordered Grey's Anatomy Texas spinoff with Shonda Rhimes and Meg Marinas as co-creators. Does that mean that what's her face is coming back? I have no idea. I don't like Grey's Anatomy. Watch for that from ABC soon. Oh yeah, we can. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, I'm missing something. Da, 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 da. From Umbridge, here is one of my favorite scientists on Newsline Prime. Neil deGrasse Tyson was interviewed, and he says if you require a role model, you will never be the first at anything.
Role models are a little overrated. If you require a role model, you'll never be the first at anything.
Who influenced you? Who inspired you growing up?
It's not that simple.
I like his shirt. It's like the Hello Cowboys. It's like the starry sky Van Gogh, you know.
And I knew that. So I think role models are a little overrated in this regard.
Fascinating. Just fascinating.
If you require a role model, you'll never be the first.
So you're telling me that you never looked up to Carl Sagan or hello Nessie or any of the other hello Ingmar Olsen, welcome. Any of the other people, right? I just don't know if I believe that. Well, Peter Pascal did something really funny. And he showed up for fans of The Mandalorian and unmasked himself in front of the fans. They didn't realize it was him. They thought it was the stunt double. Don't make it too obvious it's me, he says. Hello, Crystal. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. Oh, this kid's got the cutest Ewok backpack on. Awesome. That was at Disneyland Galaxy's Edge. That's pretty awesome. That was from Access Hollywood. All right. I thought this, we'll end on this. This was so cute. A golden retriever named Astro is saving you from drowning in South Padre Island, Texas. Golden retriever named Astro has been trained to help rescue people from drowning. I worry about that though, because some people panic. Hello, the Grandmaster Flex. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. You're doing great today. As people panic, I just worry about him. But he is a good boy. Good dog. Very cute. All right, well, there's pop culture news of the day. Oh, forgot this one.
Does it feel like 20 years?
I couldn't get into my Instagram yesterday for some reason, so I bookmarked this with Hayden Christensen about the 25th anniversary of Star Wars 3 being released. Revenge of the Sith.
The best films possible. So to sort of see how those films now continue are sort of passed down from
20 years. Sorry, my bad. Man, I'm just all over the place today.
Old. it's a really beautiful thing.
Does it feel like
It does not feel like 20 years. It does not feel like 20 years. So, all right. Well, tell me what you think about that in the chat. Hey, Starships of Greatness. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe over on Instagram. So let's go back up through. Hey, Fred, what's up? It's Fred. Lady Mist is doing good. Facelifts do wonders. No, I don't know what that means. I'm kidding. I'd love one. Can I have one? Bon Jovi. There you go. Good band. Still around. Hello. Fred hates Thursdays. It's not Thursday. It's Wednesday. But you hate pronouns even more? Well, too bad. Too many greats. I know, right? Identify as a conspiracy theorist. My pronouns are told you so. Well, I heard, I don't know if you guys know who Ruth Ben Ghiat is. She's a historian who turned more into researching fascism and all that stuff. And she was being interviewed by Politics Girl. And she said she had to help her mom deprogram. Her mom lives in Britain. And this was, hey, Gordo, what's up? How you doing, my friend? My pronoun is broke and broken. Oh, no. Don't say that. No. You cannot say that ever again. Okay. So she had to help her mom deprogram off of RT Britain. Do you know what RT is? That's Russian Today. And they had a British channel and it got outlawed in Britain. So she had to, and what psychologists tell you is that don't get mad if they keep repeating the same junk over and over, and don't hang up on them. And she did that the first time she confronted her mom. I can understand that. I get a little hot-headed myself, but just interesting stuff. Hello, Motown kitties. Welcome to the Galactic Cafe. We're doing great today. I think he should too with Jon Stewart. I think they'd win. There's one and only one person qualified and deserving to become the president of the United States. You mean no? He was never, ever, ever qualified. Hello, Witch Nikki, welcome. And there was somebody else too. Gordo says, I'm going to Arby's to get one of those frozen latte mocha shakes. Gross. You don't need it. You want me to be SpongeBob? You don't need it. You don't need it. I know that they're proud. I don't know. I haven't tried them, but I remember the Jamocha shake. I like that one. Hello, Witch Nikki. Welcome. Hope you're doing great today. You're depressed. Aw. I'm sorry. Hello, user 113. Well, get out of that depression, my friend. There are astronauts, and then there are, oh, give me a break. That's true, because the vacuum of space, you can't hear much. 50 Shades of what now? Oh, I don't even want to know. Gross. I hate that show. Don't really care for it. I had a raw model once. Okay. TMI. Fred, TMI, man. Oh, Cape Fear, by the way. Because Universal doesn't know when to stop publicizing all their stuff, including Nonstop Ted. Hits Apple TV June 6th. Thank you, Motown Kitties. We're just talking pop culture news. Like we're getting a Rick and Morty movie, and Cape Fear comes to Apple TV June 6th. There is a new Star Trek book. I'm really disappointed in this one. Because if you're writing Star Trek on the correct continuum, you don't need to write a book called Timelines. By the way, it comes out November of this year. Well, they did do that one Disney movie last season. Do you remember that? Where Blair kept pulling on the I forgot what it's called. the mirror thing, and she's like, he's like, Blair, stop it. That was glorious. Last night on Talking Ted, we talked about episode 6, Roe versus shit. Got the rest of it. I don't like that episode. It's not my favorite of season 2. Hello, Denim Slop. Okay. It's not my favorite. Chelsea, what's her face, helped write it with Dana Gould. And I think that's a little bit of the problem there. Dana Gould should not be writing about abortion. So, just saying. Thanks, Benny. They should do a reboot of Star Wars that should be well, aren't they working on that? I think they're working on it. I know that Ahsoka's coming. Ahsoka season 2 is coming. What do you tell me, Fred? What do you want to see out of Star Wars? Let's just start there. Hey, Dreamer, what's up? Welcome to Galactic Café. We're doing great today. Tell me in the chats, what do you want to see out of Star Wars? And may I bring to your attention, we cannot bring Carrie Fisher back. Okay, as much as we want to try. I would love that. But we can't. So I say we just slough off the last trilogy and start anew. Bring in the kid from Solo to play Han, and you're fed up with sci-fi, Star Wars, Star Trek. Oh, really? I'm not fed up of the Orville. Hey, Connie, in listening mode. Okay, be careful driving out there. Is it storming out your way? I didn't go past you guys. It's just cold and misty here. It's weird for May. So, and anyways, I'm not like totally fed up with sci-fi. So Lady Mist, I agree with you. I think there are some things that need to go on drought, hiatus, right? We had to live through that. Why not? I think they should shelve. Look, nobody's going to forget the franchises. I can see why they're still holding on to Star Wars, because next year it's 50. And then the year after that is Battlestar Galactica. We deserve a Star Wars spin-off from the early days of no. No, the milkshake tastes good, nice and cold. Okay, Gordo, awesome. Hey, whatever makes you feel better. Whatever makes you feel better, right? Especially when you're, down and out. Hello, Skate. SK Skate. I don't know how you say that, but hello. Here's my email address over there on TikTok. So, all right. Let's see, should I talk fast food shakes? The shake is too thick for the straw. I know, you got to wait for it to melt a little bit. They keep those machines too cold sometimes. Like the Frosty. Oh, that's my favorite. But it's not really a milkshake. The Frosty is not really a milkshake. I know the guy who does Jar Jar Binks would come back for that. He's always looking for Star Wars work. Not Star Trek, Star Wars. What I want right now, and I think all of us do, is we want the Scott Bakula Star Trek show. That's what I want. So I want to know more about him working with the Federation on how they push it forward. George Lucas had the right idea by having 3 Wookiees talking in their native tongue in the Star Wars holiday special for 30 minutes straight. Did he, though? It had really bad subtitles. He just kind of expected us all to know the Wookiee language. Which we don't. No. See, you're using that operative word. Don't use that operative word. No. Remake is the synonym for reboot. Reboots? No. Continuation. That's better. Gordo. Continuation. Let's just put it that way. Hey, Connie Selica's still alive, right? Didn't he have the hots for Connie Selica? They could have had kids. Anyways, you could do something. Doesn't have to be Connie Selica. It could be some other lady he fell in love with. I don't know. Anyways, it's all kinds of things we could do. Oh my God, baby. Da-da-da-da-da-dun. Hold on a second. I love it when I have to stop and answer people, like important ones in my life. I'm on my show. Okay. Oh, shoot. I got to pay for that too. Can't live without my photo editor. Okay. We want a Star Wars documentary about the daily struggles. We want a documentary about the daily life on the moon of Endor and the daily struggles of the Ewok. Would you just lay off it? You do realize that our president thinks your country is woke, right? He thinks any country outside the United States is woke. Of course, he's a turd. So, you know. Wow. Hey, Skate, welcome back. Hope you do. Am I saying it right? Because there's like a 4 in the middle. I don't know how to say your screen name, so I apologize. My bad. Anyways, moving on. We have a strategic alliance. Nope. Hey, there are some people. I plead the fifth. I don't want to. I've fully come to the realization that I'm a deist. I can't say I'm a Christian. I mean, I can follow the teachings of Christ, but I've come to that realization, like the founding fathers. Founding fathers were deists. I mean, Thomas Jefferson was so not jiving with Jesus that he rewrote the Bible without the magic. Did you know that? I just found that out yesterday. I was like, what? Well, it could be worse. Could be the Book of Mormon. Yeah, I said it. And I apologize if you're Mormon. So I've been lied to my whole life, and I don't put up with it anymore. So, Fred, I hate to tell you, who isn't? Okay. So was King George. Unfortunately, it's something it's in our human nature that we need to learn to get away from. Please. Please. Hello, Judy Ann, 1272. The United States government pays for me to leave America. Yeah, but where are you going to go, man? I want to move to where they did the Lord. Oh, that would be awesome. Hey, New Zealand's accepting everybody, and so is Canada. Ireland even said they'll take you in. My kids want to move to England. That's what they've talked about. At least my oldest, because he's so infatuated with Doctor Who. He thinks everything's going to be Doctor Who glorious if he goes over to England. I'm like, dude, the problems of the world will follow you wherever you go. They find out, look, you want to live like a hobbit? I can see that. But you got to be careful of those radon levels, you know? Come to Greece. You won't find a more wretched scum and villainy. Now be careful. That's where Prince. Oh, God. That's where the Queen's husband's from. Those Mountbattens. Oh, boy. Hello, Judy. Welcome back. Hope you're doing great today, Judy Ann. I can't go to Greece. I'm allergic to yogurt, even with strawberries. There's the sci-fi we need. We need more Mel Brooks comedy sci-fi. That's what we need. You're allergic. Gordo says he's allergic to Greek salad. Tossing. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're glowing white again. Okay. I know. This camera, I need a new camera. Bad. Figures. Could also be my makeup today. I'm trying to get the lighting right in here. I'm just pale. I can't help it. I hate the outdoors. I'm going to start getting out and walking more. It's just we're supposedly in a monsoon season at the moment here in Southwest Missouri. So, and I don't want to buy a gym membership. About the lighting from the ceiling. No, you do not want to see that lighting from the ceiling. I'm telling you, it really washes me out. There's something going on with this laptop. So, something about this laptop. Like, it's got a black spot on the right side. I don't know what that's about because the camera is operational. Oh, fully operational. Do a camera giveaway. I bet there are a lot of people that, well, I can't give it away. It's built into my laptop. Smarty pants. Gordo, you do not want to see that. Hey, that's what she said. Welcome. Hope you're doing great today. No, I'm serious. You think I'm white now? White and nerdy. Oh, no. Shit. I just thought about that. I have a concert next month and a surgery. Woohoo! It's going to be fascinating having to sit there. We'll figure it out. There's no way I'm going to be able to climb those stairs after having surgery. All the way up to the nosebleeds of GSB Arena. So, oh, Daddy, please help. My dad works there. He's so awesome. So, do a camera. Whatever. So, what else is going on? I just think it's really dumb for Star Trek to write a book about timelines when they're the ones that fucked up the timelines. You know, they want to talk about the temporal wars. Is that their lame excuse now for the Jar Jar Abrams reboot? The temporal wars? Nope, not concert surgery. Hernia surgery. Yeah, that would be Weird Al singing like a surgeon. Hey. It's been cloudy in Ohio for you. Yeah. think it's pushed past you guys, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see Weird Al, and he's also working on a stage play, which is going to be awesome. So, but anyways, so what else is going on? Yeah, Weird Al will sing while I'm watching his show. Well, he's never mind. Never mind. No, they had to move my surgery to June. So you weren't here, Fred, to hear the reasoning. So I'm on a drug for weight loss, and it interacts with anesthesia really bad. Like I could die really bad. And you're supposed to be off it for 10 straight days before surgery. And the nurse from the doctor's office goes, well, you were supposed to stop that on May 17th. Chick, I just saw the doctor on the 18th. How was I supposed to know? Really? So anyways, so now they got me rescheduled. The anesthetic nurse says, no, I'm sorry. We can't do your surgery until, 10 days after you're off the drug. So I quit. Today is the first day I haven't had a dose, which sucks. It really sucks. And then I have to go I'm neon white. I'm white and nerdy. So call the doctor's office. They get me rescheduled. Then this morning I get another little fun thing in my app they just went on Epic. I don't know if you guys know what Epic is or my chart. But it gives me an estimate for my portion of the surgery. It's wrong. I'm very wrong. Whoever put it together was an idiot and didn't bother to check United Healthcare's website for my deductible information. Okay, let me give you some helpful hints, okay? If you're on United Healthcare Choice Plus, normally your employer group will choose that once your family meets their deductible, you don't have to pay anymore. That's why I choose that plan. Instead, they were trying to charge me another $3,000 in deductible. I'm like, you're not getting no more money than you have to out of me, especially with all the tests I have to do before this surgery. More blood test and EKG. I think there's another ultrasound they want done. Dude. I'm visiting the hospital tomorrow for ear checkup, and a politician is visiting also. There's a good chance I'll be arrested for assault. Don't assault people. That's bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't bother people. Just tell them how you feel. Like Maddie did on TED. Okay. Hold, please. God darn it. Oh boy, people. Okay. So, it's like one thing after another. And I had already taken the time off from work. So I had to go to my supervisor today and say, hey, guess what? You got me for another week. I'm not going to be off work that long. I work from home. I can sit in a chair and type. Maybe a couple days, right? It already hurts now. How much more is it going to hurt? So, but anywho. Hey, that's what she said. Welcome back. So, what's everybody else up to? Very disappointed in my country, which is typical. If I didn't love this country so much, I wouldn't bitch so much. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. And I just don't understand. We've never been a Christian nation. Never. Founding fathers were deists. even George Washington. And that was the whole reason why we left England, people. It was to worship the way we wanted to, not the way the Anglican Church wanted us to. So this notion of we're a Christian nation, yada, yada, yada. No, read the Constitution. Don't make me pull out my copy of the Constitution. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Good God, I forgot there was all this stuff at the beginning of it. We, the people of the United States. We, the people. Not we, the Christian people. Not we, the whatever people. We, the people. By the way, one nation under God was added in the 50s to everything. Get it straight. King James changed the Bible in the 12th century because he hated women. Okay, moving on. They're going to try to get rid of the Constitution. They already did. They did Sunday. They just imposed Christianity on everybody through white Christian nationalism. You do realize you just paid for that thing on the mall, right? On Sunday. Hello, Rock. Welcome. They're going to try to get rid of it, be removed. Yeah, but which guy are they talking about? The good one or the bad one? Well, they're definitely not talking about Gaza Jesus. Where's Bethlehem? Anyone? If you say Israel, I'm going to scream. Jesus was not a Christian. Why am I talking about religion? Jesus was a Jew. He's Jewish. And he's not white. So, moving on. Okay. Get off my soapbox now. This is why I left the Southern Baptist Church. And guys, they're the ones leading this charge. I know I'm doing some ASMR thing crap here, but let me be quite honest. In 1858, the Southern Baptist Church formed because they wanted to keep people enslaved. Look it up. And now that I know that, I don't want to be a part of that church ever again. They also formed the Democratic Party. Isn't it funny how the parties have flip-flopped? I got into a debate with an old friend of mine. I still consider him a friend, even though he's an asshole to me. And he tried to tell me I was wrong. And I proved I was right. I'm really good at doing that. So the parties flip-flopped in 1956. That time. So anyways. Yes, we're still enslaved. Yeah, I know. It's called capitalism. Yep. It's called capitalism. So, speaking of capitalism and what's going on overseas, did you guys see the press release that Pet Boys put out? Hello, Rock. Welcome to Galactic Café. I want to be like Star Trek, where there is no money. I love it. No, there's not entirely no money in Star Trek. Now, there is in the Orville. Gold Press Latinum asked the Ferengi about it. But like Jean-Luc Picard said, at least in the Federation, everything is based on your reputation and your talents. And we echo it in the Orville. Everybody's fed, everybody's clothed, everybody's got a home. We all work together What is it that Ed says? We all do better when we all do better. That's what we need right now. Deep Space Nine is a trading post. They don't count. Well, too bad. It's true. The Ferengi Society is creepy. I met Armin. He's so great. Armin Shiverman's awesome. He's a nice guy. So very fun. Hello, SR. Welcome. I'm just saying instead of, Ed said something so clear when he and Kalea were on that planet in perpetual daylight. There's two ways this can go. One, you can let go of religion and realize that we are a part of a bigger plan, a bigger society, a bigger, out there that we don't communicate on radio waves, right? Or you can double, triple, quadruple down like the Krill do on Avis and take it to a radicalization that's bad. Also, he was also in The Princess Bride. The great nigga. Yeah, Sean Wallace. Yeah, I love him. Inconceivable. There's another guy getting older. Oh, man, all of our greats are getting older. And, but I'm just saying. I like having dinner with Andre. I know that Carrie Elways talks about Andre the Giant was always taking them out to dinner and he wouldn't let them pay for dinner. He paid the bill. And one night, Carrie says that they were out to dinner and there was this guy following them. And Carrie thought, oh, well, this is just his bodyguard. And he goes, hey, who's the guy? And Andre goes, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, oh, that's not your bodyguard? He goes, no, that's a New York City detective always following me everywhere. Because they thought he was doing organized crime and causing trouble and, all that bad stuff. So he always had an NYPD officer following him everywhere he went. Because when he would get drunk, he would get a little bit out of hand. That was just Andre the Giant. His son is the same way. Yeah. The Undertaker. Mm-hmm. So ask the Rhodeses, they'll tell you. Dusty Rhodes and his brother. Woo! Back then, the beer cans used to be big. I bet that guy was what, over 7 foot tall? Damn. I mean, my brother-in-law is 6'6", 7. I can't imagine anybody taller than that. And they look small. Yeah, this is a big guy. So, hello, Sherbert Mom. Welcome to Galactic Café. We're doing great today. Tap those hearts over there on TikTok. Let's go. Says I'm popular. I don't believe it. Tap, tap, tap that screen. Get me out on the FYP. Let's go. So, all right, let's do some good news of the day, shall we? Since we've kind of tapped out sci-fi for once, which is interesting. By the way, I am now listening to the second book on Murderbot by Martha Wells. I highly recommend you listen. I've also put on hold some of her other Murderbot books. I'm hoping to have the whole series done. So looks pretty good. All right. I get all of my news, good news at least, from goodnewsnetwork.org. Today's quote of the day is from Frank Lloyd Wright. Regarded as a desirable to build a chicken house as to build a cathedral. Regarded as just a desirable to build a chicken house as to build a cathedral. TikTok does not like it when you say the M word. What was the M word? What did I say? I don't know what I said. They didn't flag me. The M word? Money? Oh, schmurder? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, well, they can get over it. Anyways, Florida man spends days searching for owner of lost 30 grand. He found it. He found it wasn't mine to take. Gordo, they found your money. You better go catch up with him. From Riviera Beach in Florida comes the story of a man returning 30 grand to a poor soul who misplaced it, saying it wasn't mine to take. The story is simple yet powerful, and a reminder that there are good people all over the country and all over the world. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. It starts with Luis Salazar walking into the bathroom of a Wawa convenience store and finding a fanny pack hung on the handrail inside the stall. Salazar asked around inside the store to see if anyone had forgotten it, with no avail. His next thought was to open it to look for ID, but his mind went numb when he saw what was inside: several huge wads of cash. I think my mind would have went numb also. Yet, being a good person prefaced in this story, Salazar never thought of taking a dime, and instead spent several days trying to locate the person who owned it. Eventually, the fanny pack's owner contacted Riviera Beach police to report it missing and used security camera footage to identify Salazar. They told him the owner was waiting at Riviera Beach police station, and Salazar went right over. So I gave him his bag. This is yours. He was crying and he hugged me, Salazar said. That's awesome. That's awesome. I was pretty astonished that anybody would have done that, said the owner, who chose not to be identified. Yeah, I'd be kind of, embarrassed too. Think about it. That's life-changing money. People would kill for that kind of money. That is true. For his part, Salazar didn't seem astonished. It's not mine to take. I was not raised that way, Salazar said. Good people. Good people. $5 a gallon for gas? What? Okay. That's insane. I heard it's higher in California. Gordo, don't say that. Don't say that. That's bad. They might give you a reward. But don't say that. Oh boy. Woo. A heartwarming, brain-freezing story comes now from the streets of Massachusetts with those massholes. Oh, sorry, my bad. Where a woman who offered free ice cream to a penniless child sparked a McFlurry of giving. Madison Silva Ganoli. Okay, can be found in her truck, Maddie's ice cream truck and more, along the streets of Gardner on hot summer days. Madison says her ice cream truck is a symbol of childhood nostalgia for her customers. Oh my God, this could be bad. Ugh. And is as much about spreading joy as turning a profit. So perhaps it should not have surprised anyone confronted with a teary-eyed child explaining he had no dollars to buy ice cream. Maddie dolloped a single scoop in a small cup, added some whipped cream and sprinkles, and handed it to the boy. We don't turn away kids when they don't have money, Maddie can be heard in a video that went deliciously viral. You want an ice cream from Maddie? You get an ice cream from Maddie. Oh, that's so sweet. Buddy, you can always come up to the ice cream truck, Maddie tells him. Shared on Instagram, the response to Maddie and her kindness, oh my God, woo, was immense, with many praising her to the highest heavens. The comment section coalesced around the idea of donating to a sort of fund that could pay for free ice cream to other kids without pocket money. Some of those kids just don't have that kind of money in those neighborhoods, you know. Maddie put up a product on her website called the No More Tears Fund, and also launched a line of merchandise where the proceeds go to do just that, funding free ice cream giveaways. It features happy, smiling cartoon ice cream cones and cups with a tagline, "Kindness is always free," which was taken from the caption of the viral video that was viewed 9 million times. Speaking with today, Maddie said she empathizes, there we go, with every child who comes up to the ice cream truck. The world is getting so scary. I have daughters. She has 3 doll hairs. 3 daughters and nieces and nephews and all that. And I want them to have a bright future, she adds. I feel like if I start something so small, they can see my kindness, pay it forward, and it spreads. I agree with her. That's why I tell you every time, kill them with kindness, pay it forward, because you never know whose day it will brighten. You never know. Caffeine IV step. So, oh, here's a video. Let's watch it. Oh, it's okay. Tell him to come back. Oh, this is so sweet. Oh.
We don't turn kids away when they don't have.
Oh, I love it.
For Maddie, you get an ice cream for Maddie.
Oh.
It's so hot outside. Say no.
Oh, that's so precious. That's so nice. Good job, Maddie. So if you see Maddie's ice cream truck in Massachusetts, please donate. Please help her give kids around the community free ice cream. So, yeah, sea urchins. All right, let's just go on to this. More good news of the day, May 20th. Happy birthday to Cher, which we already talked about, who turns 80 today. The actress, dancer, and singer has sold over 100 million records. The goddess of pop, with her distinctively resonant contralto voice, reached the top of the charts in 1965 with the Sonny and Cher hit, I Got You, Babe, and in her solo career with 4 #1 singles, Gypsies, Tramps and Thieves, Half Breed, Dark Lady, and Believe. Watch her sing My Way to an Elephant. She was born in 1946. Oh, well, they took it down. That's weird. Her music won a Grammy. Her fashion style won our attention, but she's also earned an Emmy, 3 Golden Globes, and an Oscar for Best Actress in Moonstruck. You know what she needs now? She needs a Tony. Cher is the only artist with a #1 single on the Billboard chart in 6 consecutive decades, from the 60s to the 2010s. The superstar got involved in helping save an elephant stuck in an Islamabad zoo under terrible conditions, as GNN reported. And the Smithsonian Channel just debuted a documentary about the 4-year effort to save Caven, called Cher and the Loneliest Elephant. It shows film of her November visit to the animal's new home, serenading him with lines from the song My Way. Adding to a list of her philanthropic contributions, she paid for a shipment of water to the people of Flint, Michigan. Right on, sister. Cher and a charity supergroup spawned a UK top 10 single last November called Stop Crying Your Heart Out, an Oasis cover, with all the proceeds supporting children in need. Yesterday, Cher announced on Twitter that an official biopic of her life is in the works, with Universal Studios employing Eric Roth as scriptwriter for Gump and the Mamma Mia producers. So, I can't wait to see that. Let's watch a little bit.
Dr. Amir knows there are 2 ways for Cher to bond with Kaban. Food. You like watermelon?
I like watermelon too.
And music.
I love that school.
Kaban's favorite song.
I love her highway, but more than this, I did it my. He loves that song. Animals, you know, they love music. They're soothed by it.
So wonderful.
It was like I already knew him, but I didn't know what it was going to be like. And I didn't realize that he would have such a cute personality. I thought he would be really angry. I did what I had to do.
That's awesome. Ah, good job, Cher. Happy birthday. More good news on this day. Levi Strauss received a U.S. patent for blue jeans with copper rivets. 1873. Amelia Earhart began the world's first solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean by a female pilot, taking off in Newfoundland. Oh my God, Becky. And landing the next day in a pasture in Ireland. That was 1932. Romania conducted its first post-communist presidential and parliamentary elections, 1990. The U.S. Supreme Court struck down a Colorado law that would have banned any state jurisdiction from taking action to protect the rights of gay citizens. Really? Struck down a law that would have banned any state. Okay, 1996. East Timor became independent from Indonesian rule in 2002. 91 years ago today, Uruguay's Jose Mujica, I know I didn't say that right, the world's most humblest president, was born. The 40th president of Uruguay became legendary for giving 90% of his salary to the poor, choosing to live on his austere farm instead of the presidential palace, and using an old VW bug beetle to get around town. He left office in March 2015 due to his country's one-term limit for presidents and passed away just a week later. Passed away just last week in advance of becoming a non-vegetarian. A former guerrilla fighter, he was tortured and imprisoned for 14 years during the military dictatorship in the 1970s and 80s, yet he did not take this trauma with him into his political career. Mujica's administration implemented a range of progressive policies, including the legalization of same-sex marriage and cannabis. In a bizarre and touching speech to the UN Assembly in 2013, he preached what practiced, namely advocacy of ostrich. Okay, what is with the words today? With lives founded on human relationships, love, friendship, adventure, solidarity, and family, instead of lives shackled to the economy and the markets. If born in America, he would certainly have been criticized as a touchy-feely, Carter-like figure. That was a huge jab at somebody. But he had a sharp, observative mind on foreign policy issues. In 2011, what's going on here? In 2011, he spoke out against the military operations launched by several Western countries against Libya, a criticism which proved well-founded. Rather than permitting democracy to sweep the region, the intervention plunged the country into a civil war, slavery, and eventually three-way stabilization between parallel governments and armed militias. When asked about Brazilian President Lula da Silva's decision to warmly welcome Iranian leader Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, I never say his name right, he answered it was a genius move because the more Iran is fenced in, the worse it will be for the rest of the world. 1935. I could say the same thing about sweet potato filler. Yes, I said it. Okay. 62 years ago today, Robert Woodrow Wilson and Arno Penzias announced the discovery of the cosmic microwave background. A sufficiently sensitive radio telescope will detect a faint background glow that is almost uniform and is not associated with any star, galaxy, or other object, which, when announced, provided foundational evidence for the Big Bang as physicists saw it. Interesting. In 1964, physicist Robert H. Dickey and collaborating astrophysicists at Princeton University were preparing to search for microwave radiation with a radometer called a Holm-Del-Horn antenna, just 60 kilometers or 37 miles away at the Bell Telephone Laboratories, Wilson and Peñas were working on the same project with the same instrument. The later two were experimenting in the detection of extremely faint radio waves and used a variety of methods to eliminate all interference that might affect their antenna readings. They found that after all earthbound interference was removed, a low, steady, mysterious noise persisted in their receiver. This residual noise was 100 times more intense than they had expected, was eventually spread over the sky, and was present day and night. A call from Bell Labs to Princeton surprised Dickey, who hung up the phone and told his team, "Boys, we've been scooped." A meeting between two research groups determined that the antenna temperature was indeed due to the microwave background. Penzia and Wilson received the 1978 Nobel Prize in Physics for their discovery. Interesting. Unlike plasma, these atoms could scatter thermal radiation by Thomann's scattering, and so the universe became transparent. Known as the recombination epoch, this decoupling event released photons to travel freely through space, sometimes referred to as relic radiation. That was 1964. 83 years ago today, the skeleton of a Lutra woman, or Hallon Flicken, raspberry woman, was discovered in a bog near Lutra, Sweden. Hers are the oldest set of female remains ever found in the country, and they offer a glimpse into the Neolithic era times and travails. She doesn't look that different from us today. Because her stomach contents showed that raspberries had been her last meal, and she was estimated to have been a teenager or young adult at the time of her death. Furthermore, she had been tied up, and no illness or fatal trauma had been detected on her skeleton, suggesting she had been executed or sacrificed. The strontium signature of one of her teeth was analyzed, and the results indicated that she was probably born and grew up in Scania, the southernmost region of Sweden, around 4000 BCE. Interesting. Raspberry girl. 456 years ago today, Belgian cartographer Abraham Ortelis published the Theatrum Orbis Terrarium. I can never say it right. The world's first atlas. It consisted of a collection of uniform map sheets and supporting text bound to form a book for which copper printing plates were specifically engraved. That's cool. And got pretty much all the shapes of the continents horribly wrong, except for Africa, which is remarkably accurate. It turns out there was a golden age of Netherlandish cartography, and it's reckoned Theatrum Orbis Terrarium was its overture. Well, I tried. Of course, Antarctica is not that big. And is there really land up there in the North Pole? That was all ice. Ortelius traveled extensively throughout his life, all across Europe. He was a guild member in Antwerp, trading in books, manuals, maps, and more. And he eventually put together the atlas at the urging of a friend. To do so, he used 53 maps and attributed all of his reproductions to the 83 authors whom he diligently named. The first edition was published in Latin, with Dutch, French, and German editions to follow, along with 17 additional maps after the Theatrum was met with great commercial interest from the upper classes of Europe. There is a market out there for people who collect maps. It's pretty interesting. This launched the golden age of Netherlandish cartography, taking advantage of the 200 years during which the Dutch dominated world trade and visited every corner of the globe. For roughly a century, from 1570 to 1670, the maps, charts, and globes issued during this period, at first mainly in Antwerp and later in Amsterdam, are distinguished not only by their accuracy according to the knowledge of the time, but also their riches of ornamentation. From both national and international perspectives, early modern Netherlandish cartographers, geographers, explorers, and navigators played a highly significant historical role, who helped revolutionize and shape cartographic, geographic, geotic, surveying, navigational, hydrographic, cosmographic, and astronomical knowledge of the modern day world as we know it. That was published in 1570. Jimmy Stewart. On this day in 1908, the beloved actor Jimmy Stewart was born. Any number of his movies are included among the great American films of all time, particularly Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, It's a Wonderful Life, Harvey, and of course the Hitchcock, directed Rear Window and Vertigo. Two fantastic movies. I like Hitchcock. Known for his distinctive draw and down-to-earth persona, he often portrayed middle-class men struggling in crisis. Equally at home in westerns, thrillers, biographies, and family films, he also had keen comedic timing, as seen in The Philadelphia Story, for which he won his only Oscar among 5 nominations. Married for 45 years, he also won honors in war as a World War II pilot and Vietnam War veteran. What? Rising to the rank of brigadier general in the Air Force. I didn't know he served in Vietnam. That's interesting. He sacrificed 5 years in the prime of his acting career to serve his country. Not only that, he had been offered a safe post, as all celebrities were, because their death would be a huge blow to the nation's morale, but he refused and instead flew more than a dozen dangerous bombing missions. Fascinating. I did not know that. Learned something new today. Wow. 110 years ago today, the first Norman Rockwell painting appeared on the cover of the Saturday Evening Post. The oil on canvas Boy with Baby Carriage, or Home Duty, was an instant success. Have you guys ever put together those puzzles? My mom used to buy those Hallmark puzzles, or she'd get them as gifts from my aunt. And they would have like the Saturday Evening Post covers, and then it was like 1,000-piece puzzles. I haven't seen those in ages, but I really loved putting those together. They were fun puzzles. Although he got his start at the age of 18 when he was hired as a staff artist for Boys Life magazine, it was this illustration that propelled Rockwell on the road to financial and artistic success and popular acclaim. When he got the cover, he crowned 2 million subscribers, and then their wives, sons, daughters, aunts, uncles, friends. Wow, he said. When the possibility of a post cover arose, he accomplished the coveted feat at the age of 22. Nice. Among the best known of Rockwell's works are The Four Freedoms, a series that illustrates President Franklin Roosevelt's vision for why America would fight in World War II. Born in New York City and living most of his life in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, the artist produced more than 4,000 original works in his lifetime. He also wrote an autobiography, My Adventures as an Illustrator, and is noted for his 64-year relationship with the Boy Scouts. Rockwell passed away in 1978, at the age of 83. Happy 77th birthday to children's author Mary Pope Osborne, best known for her award-winning Magic Treehouse series. I love those books. With more than 55 different stories in the time travel adventure series, the chapter books written for readers aged 6 to 10 have sold more than 134 million copies worldwide in 35 languages. An advocate and supporter of children's literacy, the Oklahoma native is also co-author of the companion Magic Treehouse Fact Trackers series with her husband, playwright Will Osborne, and her sister, Natalie. 2017 was the 25th anniversary of the Magic Treehouse. Well, there's your good news of the day. Tell me what you think about that in the chat. Oh, what's that? All right. Thanks, Tom Constantino. Oh, cool. Oh, Kate Mulgrew has signed on to be at SpaceCon in San Antonio on June 13th. So check her out then. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh,
So Jesse is there. So he walks in. I say hello to him. We're mutual friends. I say, so how do you say your middle name? P-H-E-Z-E-I-R-E. He looked at me like I was insane. You play every son of a famous actor who doesn't want to do another scene. I love
it. That's glorious. That's funny. Dropping names is brand new. Oh, okay. I have to show you this. It's so cute. Lady Miss. Cloudy today. Neon white. Yeah, he said he's going to punch it. Yeah, no punching. No punching, Fred. Sorry, can't do it. All right, this is cute. You guys are going to like this. Look at the bears getting in trouble on a porch. Oh, she's got 3 triplets. That is adorable. That was taken on May 16th. Wow, Mama Bear's got triplets. That's rare. Isn't that rare for bears? Hello, Chance SS. Welcome. Cute. Cute. Instead of remaking Lord of the Rings open world RPG, why don't you make a new one? Just saying. So far, according to Disney, they're tracking Mandalorian and Grogu have already pulled in 160 million worldwide. And that's in pre-ticket sales. So here's a comparison of the last 5 Star Wars movies compared to this. The Force Awakens in 2015 opened to 247.9 million. The Last Jedi 2017, 220 million. Rise of Skywalker, 175.5 million. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, 155 million. And Solo, A Star Wars Story, 84.4 million. Interesting. All right, what are we talking about? Okay. Trek Culture. Ella Littlechild is going to be at Star Trek Vegas. Oh, what? Really? Brad Pitt is official. This is Collider. Brad Pitt is officially returning as Cliff Booth. The Adventures of Cliff Booth, written by Quentin Tarantino, will debut with a 2-week exclusive IMAX release on November 25th before going to Netflix on December 23rd. Does he think it's going to be that much of a flop that he's got to do it that way? Everybody has been hyping the sequel to the first movie. Huh. I don't know. I don't make up the rules. Oh, Billy Long. Don't get me started. Oh, okay. (1987) and 2026 He-Man share a special moment at the Masters of the Universe premiere. That's cool. Everybody ready to see that one on June 5th? Hey, Arkansas Comic-Con goers. Meet the stars of Red Dead Redemption. They're going to be there September 18th through the 20th at the State House Convention Center in Little Rock, Arkansas. Nice. Happy birthday, John Billingsley. Is that today? Oh, it is. Nice. Dr. Phlox has a birthday today. Happy birthday, John. What? No, it didn't. Bullshit. This place says, I don't know who PMW TV is, but scientists hatched 26 chicks from 3D printed eggs. Jurassic Park just got real. Okay. Don't believe that for a minute. Scientists break record by discovering over 1,100 new species in the past year. That's Oceania. Oh. Barney Frank passed away at 86. Trailblazing congressman who advocated for LGBTQIA rights in Congress after he came out as gay has passed away at 86. So Pitchfork is reporting that Billy Joel doesn't want you to watch his biopic. Yikes. Okay, Billy, whatever you say. What the hell? Oh, man. Okay, if you're a hopper at Disneyland, get ready. Disneyland to eliminate 11 a.m. park hopper rule starting June 9th. That sucks. Disney Resort is changing its park hopping policy, allowing guests to move between parks without a wait. Currently, guests must wait until 11 a.m. before going into another park. Bummer. That's just a way to get more money out of you. Figures. James Bond auditions are underway. This is according to Vanity Fair. Soon enough, a fresh face will be asking for his martinis to be shaken, not stirred. After years of speculation and unending well of rumors, casting director Nina Gold, who assembled the ensembles of Game of Thrones, The Crown, and Conclave, to name a few, has been tapped to find the lucky actor to replace Daniel Craig as the next 007. The search for the next James Bond is underway, said Amazon MGM Studios in a statement. While we don't plan to comment on specific details during the casting process, we're excited to share more news with 007 fans as soon as the time is right. All righty then. I'm still stunned about that sequel to oh, dang it. Trying to remember. Oh man. Yeah, I've been watching the Boys series. That's been interesting on your website. I just paid it. Somebody attacked Donald Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Oh boy. Happy birthday, Jane Wildland. The Go-Go's Jane Wilden. What movie was that? Oh, Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. I didn't know she was in that one. Cool. Well, today's her birthday. So. All right. So what are we talking about now? What's the most misunderstood first contact in Star Trek history? Find out in Star Trek Timelines. All right. Oh, Kika. All right. So later. Fine. Have a good one, Penny. Oh, boy. So what are we talking about? Gordo, you're funny. Gordo says he wouldn't give any money back after that guy returned the money. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up early for today. Now, there's no Galactic Cafe tomorrow or Friday, so come back and join us for Star Trek Saturday Night in the Sci-Fi Mombie studio. And then, of course, hello, Ellie. Welcome. Excuse me. And, of course, we have Muppet Sunday. We're wrapping up the Muppet Show. I will, so since I'm having surgery now on June 2nd, we will have Galactic Café next week along with Battlestar Galactica. But then count on the first week of June. Well, June 1st, I'll be here. But anything else, you're going to have to wait. So, all right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. Lady Miss, Penny, Connie Cleary, Fred, anybody else who's been lurking. Stony Girl, Gordo. Let's see, who was the other one that talked today? Witch Nikki, Feral Goblin. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all fantastic. I hope you all have a wonderful day. So don't forget, kill them with kindness, pay it forward, donate your time. And if you don't have time, donate money. You know, you never know. Flash somebody a smile. You never know who needs it. And don't forget, there's more that unites us than divides us. And as Ed tells us in the Orville, we all do better when we all do better. So, and especially don't forget, sci-fi unites us. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening. Later, party people.
Beaming through the cosmic haze, lights flash in neon blaze, retro rockets start to soar. Sci-fi Mombie wants much more. Sci-fi Mombie breaking through the screen, chasing dreams in a technicolor scene. Warp drive set, let's explore the stars. Sci-fi Mombie, no matter where you are. Binary beats and signals hum, space age stories, here they come. Quirky charm and cosmic flair, sci-fi Mombies everywhere. Ray guns pop and galaxies twirl, Mombie's mind is out of this world. Sci-fi vibes that never get old. Welcome to the future bold. Sci-fi Mombie breaking through the screen, chasing dreams in a technicolor scene. Warp drive set, let's explore the stars. Sci-fi Mombie, no matter where you are. Ray guns pop and galaxies twirl, Mombie's mind is out of this world. Sci-fi vibes that never get old. Welcome to the future bold. Sci-fi Mombie breaking through the screen, chasing dreams in a technicolor scene. Warp drive set, let's explore the stars.